Many retailers have began to make public statements about mandatory masks, health ambassadors, and many more changes in light of the worsening health crisis in the United States. I am Lee, I am a Walmart employee, and here are my thoughts on everything happening in the eyes of a cashier. So to go ahead and begin, I have talked about the mandatory mask update for Walmart in a previous video, which I'll go ahead and link up here. However, to go ahead and do a quick recap, yes, Walmart is planning to mandate masks for customers as well. For many months now, Walmart employees have been mandated to wear a mask. However, this is changing as customers too will have to wear them as well. In addition to this, many Walmarts, or at least the Walmart that I work in East Tennessee, have restricted access to one entrance only, as well as employing a health ambassador beginning July 20th, whenever the mandatory mask will take effect. There have been many questions to come up because of this, many of which I do not have an answer to. However, the two most important questions currently are, what if I don't want to wear a mask, which is a pretty easy question to answer, the health ambassador will not let you in, and what if I take my mask off in store, which is a little bit more complicated. I have asked and asked about that question. As far as I know, employees themselves are not allowed to say anything. It has to be management. But in accordance to that, management will be walking around the aisles, and if you do not have your mask on, you will be confronted by management. Or at least that is the understanding that I have. From that point forth, whether or not management allows you to put your mask back on or kick you out of the store is entirely up in the air at this point. Now moving forward, what is a health ambassador? As far as I know, a health ambassador is somebody that's going to be employed through Walmart that will either dictate whether or not someone will be allowed to enter into the store. Now, I do not know if the health ambassador is going to take into account just a mask, or if there will be a set of questions that will have to be answered by customers. I do not know. As far as associates go, we have to complete a health screening before entering into the building, which consists of a set of questions, answering if we have any symptoms, and taking our temperature. If that will extend to customers, I don't believe so. But again, I have no idea how any of this is going to play out, even as an associate. Now, this all has plans on taking effect July 20th for Walmart. Many other retailers have either talked about doing this as well, or have already began to mandate certain aspects of this currently. Now, of course, the public reception of this is something still to be desired. As far as I am concerned, in the county and state that I live in, many people are not taking this seriously despite us already being in a COVID hotspot, which is just ridiculous. Now, I have been very vocal myself about what people need to do, why people aren't taking this seriously, I don't know. But people not wanting to wear masks, people not wanting to take the precautions is one of the reasons why we are almost at 700 cases and have been listed as a red zone according to Washington, D.C. In addition to this, my opinion on everything again has been very vocal. People need to wear masks, not just in East Tennessee, not just in these designated hotspots, but in areas all around. Whether or not you are at risk, whether or not you're not at risk, you need to wear it based on the public safety and for the safety of you and everybody around you. Another thing that I don't understand is the people who just don't want to follow this entirely. Mandated mask and the changes that we see currently are something that I don't believe is going to go away anytime soon. This virus has changed a lot of things, many of which I don't see going back to normal for many years after this has all been dealt with. Of course, again, that is all just my opinion. However, furthering that, I don't understand why people won't take any of this seriously. Working at Walmart, I do see a lot of people, many of which are very vocal about their beliefs and what they think is right or wrong. The moment that this mandatory mask issue was announced, this update through Walmart, I have already began to hear people be very vocal about why this isn't a good thing. I have already heard the restricting freedom, restricting thoughts argument, and all this and that. Masks don't do their job, masks don't do this. But the stupidest one at this point is the argument that, oh, I'll be the first one taken out of here in handcuffs because they are going to come to Walmart, cause a scene, and get in everybody's face about it. And the only thing that I have to say to that is why. It's one thing to make your differences vocal. It's one thing to say you think this is wrong. It's another thing to go to a retailer and agitate violence against the workers because you don't agree with what their corporate has done. The biggest thing that I want to make vocal is that we don't have control over what's happening. If you don't agree with what Walmart corporate is doing, don't take it out on the employees. We as employees have no control over anything that's happening in the world currently. We are not bank tellers, we do not work for the Federal Reserve, we are not Donald Trump's right-hand man, we are Walmart employees and we're doing as Walmart corporate is told. While I believe that masks are a good thing, while I believe in everything should be sanitized after each customer, while I believe in many things, the Walmart employee standing beside of me may not agree at all. But in this situation, that doesn't matter. In this situation, we all have to wear masks. In this situation, we all have to clean. In this situation, we all have to take what is said seriously. Now, with all this being said, tomorrow is the day of reckoning. Tomorrow is the day this goes into effect. Whether or not this is something that's going to be taken seriously is up in the air. Whether or not this is something that's going to work is up in the air. However, I do work tomorrow. I do plan to see what happens. I do plan to see what people say, what people think. And by the time that I get home, I do plan on making a video. I do plan on sharing my thoughts with everybody. Whether or not people actually do get arrested, whether or not people are denied access, whether or not people get pissy and angry, is entirely up to tomorrow. It's entirely up to how strict we are, how much we take this seriously, and how well people understand. So with all that being said, if you like this content, if you enjoyed, leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a sub, and I will get back to you tomorrow. Hopefully if I'm not beat up or something because I have to wear a mask. But in all seriousness, if you enjoyed this all, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I do plan on constant updates, constant vocalization of everything. And if that's something that you enjoy, let me know. Stay safe. And I will see you all again in the next video.